Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. We have audio from the MacBook today. I think, if it's in there or not. Ads, that's all we need. Good morning, good morning. Are we live? Okay, as you can see, it's a bit of a different stream today. I've got cameras, one camera over here and one camera there and a camera here. You can see what I'm doing. I won't be able to communicate too well with you today because the work I'm going to need to do is on a different monitor. I've got virtual monitors here. And your chat is going to be on a place where I won't be able to see it in a few minutes because I'm going to be talking to my camera here and doing what I have to do here. So you guys are kind of on your own this morning. You're welcome to look over my shoulder while I do this. I'm still not ready. I'm still not set up to go. So excuse me a minute while I do some running around and getting organized. Then you'll hear me, of course, in a few minutes when I'm ready. You'll hear me make my video presentation. So it's up to you. You can welcome to hang around and watch. I won't be able to really spend much time with you. So those of you who are early viewers, as people drop into the chat later on, you can perhaps update them on what's going on. What it is this is a video preparation for the next YouTube video, and it's about I haven't even got it ready yet. It's next year's subscription series, the Legendary Loot. Anyway, you'll hear it as it goes on. So over and out, I'm going to get busy with what I have to do, and you guys just are welcome to sit and watch. Excuse me while I run around for a minute to get some stuff, get my props ready. It's chilly in here this morning, you know. The girls run the heaters when the shop is open, but in the evening when I'm here, I don't use them. But okay, mic cable will be ready. Remind me to plug this in when we're ready to start. You know, I always forget. Not always, but I forget. I think I'll leave this on. Okay. Should I put this one on, I guess? Maybe, it doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, let's see, let's do a test here. What do I need? I've got... is ready. What's this? It's no joke about that dog, you know. Hunting, I get email. I got email last time after even mentioning it. Okay. All right, dry run number 1. Dry run number 1. No recording yet, just getting ready to see. Focus is always difficult because I'm here and I can't use the manual over there. I'll ask for a stand-in here. If I put this at the same distance from the camera, focus on him, it should work. Let's see. Let's try focusing. All right, let's try this. This is a test run, no camera running yet. Good evening, this is Woodblock Printmaker. No, that's not going to work, it's way too fast. Hang on a second. Good evening, this is Woodblock Printmaker David Bull, back with what is an annual event for me, announcing our new subscription series for the coming year. Our Yokai series has just wrapped up with a final pair of prints now on their way to the waiting subscribers. It was quite a challenge for us to make so many prints on time in the course of the year. All right, I think it looks all right. Let's do this thing. Let's try it. Put him back where he belongs. Don't need my glasses. Good evening, this is Woodblock Printmaker David Bull, back with what is an annual event for me, announcing our new subscription series for the coming year. Our Yokai series has just wrapped up with a final pair of prints now on their way to the waiting subscribers. It was quite a challenge for us to make so many prints on time in the course of the year. There were 24 of them, many being wonderfully detailed, but we got it done, and we think this set will remain a popular item in our catalogue for many, many years to come. But now that it's done, there's no chance to rest, because of course we have to move straight on to the next one. Before I show you what it is, do you remember, something I haven't got ready yet. I'm supposed to get another prop ready. Here we go. So much for one take. There's also another problem here too, is my clicker, which starts the video, doesn't stop it. It just stops it and then restarts it. So I have to, every time I want to stop, I have to go over there and do that. Okay, what do I need? I need Chibihiro spreads. Where are they? What was I saying? Before I show you what it is, do you remember these? Our original Chibihiro set of prints. This was the first set that I made in collaboration. What other props do I need? Yeah, I need a box, a case. Mr. Super organized here this morning. Not. That's probably out of view. I'm on a deadline here because the shop opens. Oh, there's only the prop I need. This is not a good layout here. All right, let's try it again. Over on the other screen, are the Twitchers busy here? Well, you guys are pretty quiet. Oops. Testing 1, 2, 3. This audio should be okay, right? The audio for the Twitch stream is from this thing here. The mic that I've got on is connected to the recording camera. Sorry, you're not getting mic here today. You're just getting this here. All right, let's do this. Hair, makeup. It's like right. Mic plugged. Ready, 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 ready. Good evening, this is woodblock printmaker Dave Bull, back with what is an annual event for me, announcing our new subscription series for the coming year. Our Yokai series has just wrapped up, with the final pair of prints now on their way to the waiting subscribers. It was quite a challenge for us to make so many prints on time in the course of the year. There were 24 of them, and many of them were wonderfully detailed. But we got it done, and we think this set will remain a popular item in our catalogue for many, many years to come. But now that it's done, there's no chance to rest, because of course we have to move straight on to the next one. Before I show you what it is, do you remember these, our original Chibi Heroes prints? This was the first set that I made in collaboration with Jed Henry. He's the designer of all of our Ukiyo-e Heroes prints. We did this set back in 2013, and we had a ball making it. They were fun to make, they were funny, and they showed something important, how beautiful even very simple woodblock prints could be, and they were very inexpensive. We're still shipping these, and by now there are hundreds of these sets gracing desks and living rooms all over the world, from here in Tokyo out to Kazakhstan. No joke on that. So, as we thought about what to do for the coming year, a consensus kind of built among the staff here that we should do that sort of thing again. I don't mean Chibi Heroes Set 2, but something along the same lines. Something fun to make, fun to look at, and inexpensive. Let's stick to our printmaking roots, make something that everybody can enjoy and everybody can afford. Well, Jed was more than willing to play along, and after a bunch of discussion, we came up with the idea of doing a set of designs based on video game tropes. Tropes? Sure. For example, haven't we all been in a situation like this many times? And faced with a problem during our quest, we know that we have just the right item in our loot bag to solve it, but where is that thing? It must be in there somewhere. Or how about this? You've ordered a new sword from one of the most famous craftsmen, but when you visit him to take delivery, I mean, these things are just part of everyday life, right? I think you get the idea. These prints are not going to be about any game in particular, but gaming in general. So don't worry that this series will be about games that you don't know. This set is for everybody who has ever held a controller in their hands. And we're going to call this series Legendary Loot. The image I just showed you, the one with the sword, is the first print in the series and is now being prepared for shipping to subscribers. Let's have a look at some video clips of how it was made. As you will see in a moment, I've recently been streaming a lot on Twitch, and regular viewers of those streams saw this very print come alive as they were watching. There's parts of this that maybe don't make sense to you, of course, because what I'm doing here, I'm just speaking it, but later on there's going to be print images coming in front of me and stuff like that. So this is just the basic track itself. You'll see much of this, but then there would be B-roll covering up some of it. Okay, let's try. Okay, that's how the prints are made. But how does our subscription system work? It's very easy. You just visit our webpage and give us your name and address for the shipping. We'll set it up and send you an online invoice for the first print. Once you pay it, we ship the print. A month later, we send another invoice, and so on over a 1-year period. And it all ends with the shipment of the 12th print in the set, and there's no obligation to continue at all. Each print is packaged very carefully for overseas shipment. And here are some photos of the package for our portrait prints. These legendary loop prints will use exactly the same system. First, the print is mounted in an acid-free folder, then protected in a stiff card folder. It then goes in a clear envelope to protect it from moisture, and it's then sent to you using the latest Japanese commemorative stamps. We have an optional storage box also available. This allows the prints to be displayed safely behind a protective acrylic sheet, and it has enough room inside for the entire set and more. If you don't want the prints on your desk for a while, that stand and the acrylic also fit inside the box for convenient storage of the whole set. I haven't mentioned the price. Not $40 like last year for the 2 prints. Not $35. And no, not $30. We've dropped it this year to $25 a month, or euros, or pounds, or yen, whichever your choice is. Just $25 a month for these beautiful prints. Please join us for this project. The prints are wonderfully high quality. And if you've seen our other video entitled, "It's Not Garbage," you'll have learned that the washi paper we use for all of our work is of a type that lasts literally hundreds of years. It's the same paper used for Japanese prints. Let me grab something here. Same paper used for Japanese prints of many generations. People are always surprised when they visit our shop. They see some of these antique prints on display and learn that when it says 1840, that's when this exact sheet was made, and it's still in fabulous condition. And it'll be the same with our little loop prints. You may think that you're collecting them for yourself, and I guess that's true, but it's your great-great-grandchildren who will be thanking you for making such a wonderful choice. I do have to wonder, though, are they going to get the jokes? But I can't really worry about that, I think. I myself, I don't have a clue about the action of this kabuki play. It's lost to history, but the print is still drop-dead beautiful. Anyway, I've talked enough about this, I guess. Please visit the subscription page, put your name in, and get some of these prints. It's going to be a fun, fun, fun year. That's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time with a real content video. Thank you again, and good night. Let's have a look at what we got. So many times I've done this bar and then found that I've forgotten to press the record button, or forgot this, or forgot my mic, or whatever, So first test, are these actually in there? Well, there we are. Neither of those recorded. What did I do wrong? What I got on recording was the two clips that when I stopped it, then it was actually starting. So the first time it hadn't, either one, it hadn't actually started. So we have nothing. No problem. Do it again, but let's see what's happening here. I think I should maybe forget this. This is just not trustworthy, you know. It's working sometimes, but not working sometimes. I've got no feedback, I can't tell. Back to the drawing board. Win some, lose some. Win some, lose some. Okay, let's try again. As you're realizing, of course, now too, that some videos I do free talking, and some videos are really scripted when there's a specific message that I want to give out, and don't forget this, and don't forget this, and don't forget that. When it's those kind of videos, I use my teleprompter. But actually, when we're finished here, finished meaning when I get it in the can, I'll move this camera around and show you the setup a bit more carefully. You can see our teleprompter. I'm whatever, I'll explain it later, but let me first get this in the can. Let's try this. Is it really going to start recording here? Okay, I see a red glow. Good evening, this is woodblock printmaker David Bull, back with what is an annual event for me, announcing our new subscription series for the coming year. Our yokai series has just wrapped up, with the final pair of prints now on their way to the waiting subscribers. It was quite a challenge for us, to make so many prints on time in the course of the year. There were 24 of them, and many of them were so wonderfully detailed. But me and the team here, we got it done. And we think this set will remain a popular item in our catalogue for many, many years to come. But now that it's done, there's no chance to rest, because of course we have to move straight on to the next one. Before I show you what it is, do you remember these? Our original Chibi Heroes set of prints. This was the first set that I made in collaboration with Jed Henry. He's the designer of all of our Ukiyo-e Heroes prints. He and I did this set back in 2013, and we had a ball making it. They were fun to make, They were funny prints, and they showed something important, how beautiful even very simple woodblock prints could be. And they were inexpensive. Now we're still shipping these, and by now there are hundreds of sets gracing desks and living rooms all over the world, from here in Tokyo out to as far as Kazakhstan. And that's no joke, actually. So as we thought about what to do for the coming year, a consensus built among the staff here that we should do this sort of thing again. Now, not Chibi Heroes Set 2, but something along the same lines. Something fun to make, fun to look at, and expensive. Stick to the printmaking roots and make something that everybody can enjoy and also that they can afford. Now, Jed was more than willing to play along, and after a bunch of discussion, we came up with the idea of doing a set of designs based on video game tropes. Tropes? Sure. For example, look. Haven't we all been in a situation like this many times? Faced with a problem during our quest, we know that we have just the right object in our loot bag to solve it, but just where is that thing? It must be in here somewhere. How about this? You've ordered a new sword from one of the most famous craftsmen, but when you visit him to take delivery... I mean, these things are just part of everyday life, right? I think you get the idea. These are not going to be about any game in particular, but gaming in general. So don't worry that this series will be about games that you don't know. This set is for everybody who has ever held a controller in their hands. And we're going to call the series Legendary Loot. Now that image I just showed, the one with the sword, is the first print in the series, and it's now being prepared for shipping to the subscribers. Let's take a look at some video clips of how it was made. Now, as you will see in a moment, I've been streaming a lot recently on Twitch, and regular watchers of that streams saw this print come to life as they were watching. Okay, that's how the prints are made, but how does our subscription system work? It's very easy. You just visit our webpage and give us your name and address for shipping. We'll set things up and send you an online invoice for the first print. Once you pay it, we ship. A month later, we send another invoice, and so on over a 1-year period. And it all ends with the shipment of the 12th print in the set, where your obligation finishes. Now, each print is packaged very, very carefully for overseas shipment. Here are some photos of the packaging for our portraits prints, and these Legendary Loot prints will use exactly the same system. The print is first mounted in an acid-free folder. That then goes in a clear, stiff card. Then this all goes in a clear envelope to protect it from moisture. And finally, in the outer envelope, it's sent to you using the latest Japanese commemorative stamps. We have an optional storage box also available. This allows the prints to be displayed safely behind a protective acrylic sheet, and it has enough room inside for the entire set and more actually. If you don't want the prints on your desk for a while, the standard acrylic also go inside for convenient storage of the whole set. I haven't mentioned the price. Not $40 like last year, we've dropped it. Not to $35. And no, not $30. We've dropped it this year to $25 a month, or euros, pounds, yen, whatever. Just $25 a month. Please join us for this project. The prints are of wonderfully high quality. And if you've seen that other video of ours entitled It's Not Garbage, you'll have learned that the washi paper we use for all of our work is a type that lasts literally hundreds of years. It's the same paper used for Japanese prints of many generations. People are always surprised when they visit our shop. They see some of the antique prints on display and learn that when it says 1840, that's when this exact sheet was made. And it's still in fabulous condition. And it'll be the same with our little loot prints. You may think that you're collecting them for yourself. Well, I guess that's true. But it's your great-great-grandchildren who will be thanking you for making such a wonderful choice. I do have to wonder, though, are they going to get the jokes? I can't really worry about that, but I think, that last print I showed you, the kabuki play, I don't have a clue about the action of what's going on here, but the print is still beautiful and interesting. Anyway, I've talked enough. Please visit the subscription page, put your name in, and get this set of prints over this coming year. Thank you very much for watching, and it'll be really soon now, the next video coming up with real printmaking content. But in the meantime, thank you, and good night. Cables and cords ever going to trip over something. I've done that before, tripped over the light stand. Is that what you're hoping for tonight? The light falls, crashes, smoke. Hopefully nothing that dramatic. Okay, let's see what we got. Excuse me. Look at that, I got through it without coughing. At least down there are files on the disk. Let's see. Okay, I see a red glow. Light. It looks a bit dark. I can fix that in post, I think. Focus. We've got this ready. Seems all right. You could have combed your hair. Good evening. This is woodblock printmaker David Bull, back with what is an annual event for me, announcing our... There's no chance to rest because, of course, we have to move straight on to the next one. Before I show you what it is, do you remember these? Our original Chibi Heroes set of prints. This was hundreds of sets gracing desks and living rooms all over the world, from, here in Tokyo. After a bunch of discussion, we came up with the idea of doing... I think you get the idea. These are not going to... Now that image I just showed, the one with the sword, the watchers of that stream's subscription system work. It's very easy. You just visit our webpage and give us your name and address for shipping. We'll set things up and send you photos of the packaging for our... This allows the prints to be displayed safely. And no, not 30. This guy looks too tired. My God, he looks too tired. Paper used for Japanese prints of many condition. And it'll be that last print I showed you the components over this coming year. Thank you very much for watching, and it'll be really soon now, the next video coming up with real printmaking content. But in the meantime, thank you, and good night. He looks so tired, this guy, I don't know what I can do about that at this point. 30-year cough, yeah, I don't know, just it's in there. Okay, anyway, as I said, that's the 2 clips in the can. I've got to do more B-roll. I did some of it last night. I've also done already the preparation when I was sort of telling about those jokes, the prints and the things are going to show on B-roll. Okay, now I've got to get, the shop opens at 9:30 so I've got to get cleaned up. And let me do though. Obviously we're going to have a short stream today. There's not a whole lot else I can do. But before I do disappear, let me get the camera there and walk around. It's sort of all tied together, but let me get the camera if I can get a bit of a walk around and show you the setup that I've got here. Hang on, let me get it ready here. I just opened it up. Hang on a sec. Get the script back here. Okay, I'm plugged in, so I'm not sure how I can do this. Let's try. Whatever, I'll just try this. Excuse me if it's going to get seasick just wobbling around. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to grab all this stuff together as one bunch. Okay, obviously you saw the chair where I was. That's the counter in our shop. Just a minute. I'm all ready. Just a minute. I've already got a lot of cable. Hang on. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let me step back here a bit. What we've got, you saw I had my laptop in front of me, and it's running Acrobat Reader with a PDF file with a script. Get my glasses. Sorry for the C6 thing here, whatever. And you can see the script. Can you read here? Good evening, this is woodblock printmaker David Bull. Now it's reversed, it's not mirror left and right, it's mirrored up and down on the top to bottom. And the reason is because the MacBook is plugged into I'm pulling on some of the cables. It's plugged into a monitor. And it's showing on the monitor there. It's a flat screen monitor. It's showing on the monitor in same reversed orientation. But on top of the monitor, of course, is a piece of glass. And inside the glass, we see the thing in proper. It's all covered with a black towel. And under the towel and behind the glass is my camera, of course. Now if I come back to my computer, Do I need two hands to do this? Adobe allows to scroll with Command-Shift-H. It starts to scroll. And my monitor is now scrolling. I've got it set to just about my right speed. But sometimes it goes a bit too fast, so you saw me reach out with my fingers and I knocked it back a bit. With my fingers I can knock it back 2 lines or so. And you saw me do that a couple of times during the video because I was getting behind the script and I had to knock it back. Our yokai series has just wrapped up, with the final pair of prints now on their way to the waiting subscribers. It was quite a challenge for us. Okay, you get the idea. It's just a simple script. Now we can't see the camera behind there, but there it is. And of course, what else? Also, I've got. I don't want to shine it directly. There's a big light stand here, shining onto the whole thing. So there we are. That's the setup. And I don't always use the teleprompter, of course. What can I do with this? Can I put it down here? Is this going to hang on a second? There we go. I can't. Okay, there we go. I know the music you heard, you know what the system is here. We've got the email system designed to show different music for different things that are happening. And that little fanfare, as you might have guessed, is a new subscription for Legendary Loots. Perhaps, I guess, somebody who's watching this now. If that's the case, thank you very much for joining. I don't know if you saw it close up the other day. This is one of the first ones from that first batch. And the, God, they're without glasses, sorry. The embossing on it really did come in nicely. And we're happy with we're happy about these. They're going to be nothing dramatic. They're going to be very simple and clean. But they're beautiful. We've got on the wall back there, I don't know if I can move the camera around some more without dropping out. For all I know, we've probably dropped our connection. Are we still okay? It does seem okay still. Right, okay. On the wall back behind me here, there's a scroll print. Can you see it there? It's on the wall back in there. And we chat people about it in the shop. They want to know the most difficult print we've ever made. And it was 96 impressions to make that. But on the wall right next to it back there, there's a bunch of chibi prints. And these are like 4 or 5 or 6 impressions each. And they're both woodblock prints. They're both the real thing. But as much as that scroll is wonderful and fabulous, and look at it, 96 impressions and wow, the beauty of these things is shown more in these things. They've got white paper. These show the beauty of woodblock prints. That just shows the beauty of some guy's painted image because there's no paper left. You can't see anything left. So the priority there is we want to see that woman standing there and that painting reproduced on our wall. Prints like this, for me, they're a double thing. There's the content, which is fun or whatever or interesting, but it's my twist. For me, the thing that I care about much more than the image content is just this thing. We talked about this in yesterday's stream, Was it yesterday when I was doing the lettering on this thing? That when I was a kid, I got this little printmaking set. You put your letters in the plastic thing and stamp pad and put your name, Dable, 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 all over town. So for me, that's the thing that's more fun, And now that we're doing this at such a cool, interesting, high level, it sounds a bit pretentious to say this, whatever, but it's just like a little kid still playing with that stamp pad set, 65 years ago or whatever it was. This must be Cameron coming in, I guess. Okay, there really isn't a whole lot more content for this stream today. Obviously, I've got now to get busy cleaning up this place for the shop and then get this video edited and up to YouTube. What are we here? This is Friday morning. We've got Saturday morning stream. At the moment, I don't have a clue what I'm going to be doing. And as I mentioned yesterday, from here to the end of the year now, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. I'm doing a post-roll. We've done the video itself. The video's in the can.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm just, the Twitchers here.
Oh, nice.
Come around and say hello.
Okay. so I don't knock anything over.
Well, I've been doing the same thing. Every time I move somewhere, cable tripped,
Yeah.
Before,
Minefield.
before we did the Twitch thing, it was about a year ago, I was doing this, and I ran back and forth, and I pulled the cable on the light stand, and it came over, shoo, bang, and one of the bulbs exploded and whatever. So today, no such drama, and they're all thinking, well, let's do that again, let's do that again. So, you can see the setup, it's cool,
Yeah.
Did you see the way hang on a second, let me get to the different window.
Oh, okay.
That's the window with...
That's how you've been doing
this
it.
is how it's top secret, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
I know, the videos we do, there's 2 or 3 kinds. There's that kind of sit back behind my carving bench and I ramble. Ito-san the carver, that he helped me and all that stuff. Those are, of course, unscripted. I can't do
Type
that.
out that story,
no. It's not just that I can't. It would be too cold, That's why, too, in some of those stories, I miss stuff because I forget what I was supposed to talk about, and then it's missed. But then there's kind of story today where I want to talk about A and B and C and D, script it, and it's okay. I don't think anybody can see me reading this. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know.
I don't think so. I've never noticed, and I've watched a bunch of your videos.
And the other thing, I had that foot switch.
Yeah.
So
how'd it go?
This is fun. We tried. I don't know. Let me get it. Hang on a sec. Am I plugged in? No. Walk around this corner.
Yeah. Morning. So you did the video this morning then?
It's done just like 10 minutes. I've been doing it. I did it.
Oh, okay.
I setting up at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
Because I have no stream content, so I thought this might be a stream content. I got this as a trial. It's a foot control USB thing. Oops.
Yeah.
It's a USB thing, and it's designed. It's got a switch in the middle, and a left one, and a right one. And you put it on the floor, and it's for people who are doing like transcriptions. You've got an audio recording, and you're typing it out and back and forth. So I thought what I would do is I'd put this on the floor, and I'd control my script speed, faster or slower, faster or slower. But the problem is,
click, click,
click, click, click, click, click. I mean, want this in my stream, So talking about this Aoyama-san, I said, he said just put a pillow over top of it, So I tried that. I got my blanket, but I put it on this morning. Nothing, no difference.
No help.
Difference.
Oh, that's too bad.
So whatever. I just, as you saw just a few minutes ago, I put it on the scrolling stream here. You can see it speeds, and sometimes it's a bit too fast. And you'll see me during the video. I just reached out, knock it back 3 or 4 lines.
Oh, okay.
And then pause while it comes back into view. So there are some dramatic pauses in that video, which are, what is the next line I am supposed to say? Or times when I start speaking a little bit faster because it's scrolling.
You get excited.
No. It's streaming up out of the way, and I've got to read through it before it disappears. So I'm sorry if it breaks anybody's illusions that they thought David is such a wonderful free speaker. He can do all this free. Some of the videos I do, and some of them, as I said, when I have a specific bunch of things that are, we did this without script, and I forgot to mention the price or something like this, So there we are. I don't know. So.
Is that the last yokai one?
This is the last pair,
The last one?
Have you not seen it?
I've seen it. I just wasn't sure if this was the last
This is supposed to be still secret. This has been sent to subscribers. These are, the yokai prints, we made them in pairs. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then chopped them and sent them. And the deal was on the first of the month, everybody got the Kyosai yokai, which were kind of simple, but whatever. and then Jed went to town. The original idea was maybe some kind of competition, but it was just impossible to organize that. We'd have to choose the 12 in advance, send them to Jed, and Jed didn't want the idea. He didn't like the idea at all. And this is not an insult. This is just, he just didn't like the idea about thinking, I want to try and compete or who's better or whatever. He just wanted to make his own image. Of course, I get it. So none of these, they weren't intended to be an actual battle between left and right. And during the year, we came up some good. The last one, I think, is absolutely the best one. This is it's not on the net yet. I'll be putting it on the net on the 31st of the month.
You're getting a sneak peek.
Sneak peek. Well, the subscribers, it was mailed on the 15th, so actually nobody's got this yet. So this is actually top secret. And it's when Jed and I did it, I forget the idea. Who started it? He or me? I forget. I can't remember which now at this point. But this is ambiguous. We have a young lady in the background, and we have somebody in the foreground taking a picture, and yet she has been. What's happening here more? So, and there's a few different ways to think about this. Remember in the old days we had these stories about ghosts and stuff. You're the woman you're with, whatever. And it turns out, oh my God, it turns out she's a ghost because there's a mirror and she doesn't. What's the deal with the old ghost?
Can't reflect.
Ghost didn't reflect or something. So the mirror was the tool to try and find if this is really a vampire or a ghost or whatever the story was. I don't know. So one possible, what's the word? Analysis of this print is perhaps there's an app for this. Is this guy a real person or is this so you put your app in, oh my God, this or whatever. So that's perhaps. Cool. She's actually a yokai and the app has shown as the real thing, Or maybe it's the other way around. And a yokai is walking nearby and he's just broadcasting some kind of photobomb and turning beautiful women into ugly creatures or whatever. I don't know, and it doesn't matter, and it's up to the people who get it
to decide.
But we made this one really nicely. You probably can't see it, but the yellow background there, repeated, it's toned down. So we try to show the screen tone for this.
Wow.
It actually came out really, really, really well. We're getting better at this as we go along, So the girls also had fun doing this. So very nice. So this is classic woodblock print. Beautiful tones, delicate gradations, lots of white paper. It doesn't look good like this with this light, but my God, and it's $20.
Yeah.
$40 a month for the two of them. Sounds like today's video sounds like it's all sales pitch. It is. Well, it is making the new.
Yeah.
It is. Today's video is sales pitch. And what I forgot to mention in that last video, damn it, I'm supposed to mention this every year, is like I'm doing this video right now, but what about somebody who sees it 2 years from now on the YouTube channel? Gee, that was a good series 2 years ago. I wish I had got that. They're still available, all of them. We still do the chibis, we still do the portraits. It's meat and potatoes work for our printers.
Right. So they're new 1 year, but they're available forever.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Shoo. Oh well, too late now. Yeah. I can't go back and do it again now. We're running out of time. Yeah. The shop's got to open. Okay, gang. Now, as I was just saying before, this guy came in and interrupted me. I'll get out of from here to the end of the year, I'm not saying there's going to be no stream. There will be streams, but there's no way from here to the end of the year that I can keep up a daily stream, because I don't have carving and printing work on my bench. It's all business stuff and year-end preparation and stuff like that.
All sorts of things happening.
So, the computer's here. So I don't think there was any orders overnight. It's really gone down to it. But there are staff in Ome. Anyway, let me wrap this up.
Yeah,
get to. So the streaming from here to the end of the year and into the first week of January is going to be up and down, on, off. And I won't even really know perhaps until each morning what I'm actually doing. So please watch the Twitch channel page photograph. I'll post on that photograph a sticker showing what's going to be happening. And as much in advance, I'll try and talk about it in advance. But for the next 10 days or so, please, just whatever. Just take what we get, and if it's not there on any given day, please just relax. Into the new year, we'll get a more stable bunch of work on my desk, but right now it's just bookkeeping and everything else. Okay, I think that's it for today now. I really have to get cleaned up. This is the shop actually itself. Oops, dropping stuff, and it's just, there's crap everywhere, and it's going to take me a while to get this cleaned up. Here you are. Camera in, camera in, camera. Oh, here we go. Okay, now that I'm on the Twitch page here, I can see a couple of questions. Any word on the new paper? How much of this can I tell? How much of this can I talk about? As part of the year-end thing here, I can say this without big, deep secrets. We have, money coming in and money going out. And at the end of the year, we really try and, pay off all our bills, of course, because it's common sense to pay your bills at the end of the year. But we also like to pay a bit of stuff for next year to try and reduce the money that's in the bank to whatever, make a better tax situation. So we have just paid for a whole bunch of paper that's going to be delivered to us in January. The new paper from the new paper maker that we've talked about some months ago. There's no point for me blabbing about it too much now, but we do have, we think, a way out of all the paper problems we've been having. Tons of bark scraps in the paper, weak paper that feathers up that more than it should. We think we found a way forward on the paper. The first batch is going to be delivered here in January. And we've already tested it, so we think it's okay. So I've bet the farm on this. I have ordered for the next year all of our paper from this new supplier, even though we haven't used the first batch yet. We've still just been working with test batches. And when I say I bet the farm, I mean he's going to be our paper maker, but also we have just ordered 75 kilograms of mulberry fiber. We found a supplier who was willing to make a personal contract with us. We have contracted for 75 kilograms of mulberry fiber, and that will be delivered here. We've paid for it now, and it will be delivered here in January. And Aoyama-san and I, probably on January 5th or 6th or 7th, somewhere around there, are going to get on the Shinkansen train up to snow country, just like the old story. You know, the train came out of the long, long tunnel and it's white snow country. We're going to rent a car, drive up into the mountains to the place where they harvest this mulberry, and that happens in December and January. It's being cut as we speak. They're going to take a New Year's break, and then in the first week of January, they strip the bark off, steam it, and whatever. And he and I are going to take a couple of video cameras up there and catch some fun video. And that mulberry fiber will be used 12 months from now in the next winter, October, November, December of 2018, to make the paper for us for 2019. And when I say I've bet the farm, I mean so, because if this paper doesn't work out, that's where we're going to be now with no paper on the shelf. Whatever. You gamble and you go for it. Field trips. Anyway, as I said, please, I've got to cut this off now. I've got so much to do. I can talk all day. It's working. It's working. Thank you very much for your what's the word? Not just for the support, but for I'm not gambling that it's going to be good. It's okay. Thank you very much. That's all right. Okay, and I really do now. Thank you very much. There might be stream tomorrow. There might not be stream tomorrow. There'll definitely be a YouTube video tonight. Thank you very much. And I got to sign off. Is Queen Elizabeth there? No, but it's the same news. Something wonderful has happened. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.